Hey guys, welcome back. In last lecture we iterated over our goals and we displayed them on the screen. In this lecture we will continue. We will create a new form to create a new goal. So without further waiting, let's start, and let's start by copying some code. So let's go to resources of this lecture and let's copy this HTML I prepared for you, and this is just a simple form with just one input. So let's copy this. Let's go back to our index.html. Let's scroll up here and first let's remove this commented code. We don't need it here anymore. So I will remove this and let's remove empty lines. Perfect. Now let's find your columns. Column is 3, and inside under this A element let's paste code we just copied. So let's paste it here and let's indent it properly on the right like this. Amazing. So here we have just form with one input. You can find this input inside of a div with a class field. Here is a label and one input of a type text with a placeholder, read a book. So let's save this. Let's go back to our browsers. Let's refresh our page and you can find this here. So here is this form, here is a label of a title, and here is this input. Okay, I would like to do here one improvement. I would like to initially hide this form, and when I will click this new activity button, I would like to display this form. Okay, so I would like to create this toggle functionality by clicking on this new activity. I would like to display it by clicking again to new activity. I would like to hide it. Okay, so let's go back to our coding editors. Okay, and first we are working here with the activity, as you notice, but I am calling here these goals, and we are mixing up some naming. So let's rename goal for activities. It makes more sense. So create a activity, and also I will make this improvement down here. Let's scroll down here, and I will remove these goals for activities. So activities, perfect. Let's copy this name and let's scroll up here, and now I want to iterate over these activities. So let's find here before and for activity. In activities, perfect. Let's copy this activity and activity.title and activity updated. So I just improved the naming here. Okay, we can continue. Let's scroll up here and let's find our form. Here it is. So how we can hide this form? Very simple. Just write here v-if. So v-if, and let's call it is a displayed form, or is form displayed. Is form displayed, perfect. And now I will create this. So let's scroll down here, and instead of a data, let's create this is form displayed, and initially will be this false. Okay, so let's save everything, please, and let's go back to our browsers. Alright, let's refresh this. Now we are hiding this form, but now when I will click this new activity, I would like to show this form, and this is actually assignment for you. So please, when we will click this new activity, I would like to show this form. When I will click here again a new activity, I would like to hide this form. So toggling functionality. Okay, go ahead and you can work on this. And I will work on it right now. Alright, so let's go back. And this will be actually very simple. So let's find here our A element. So here it is, new activity, and I will create here on a click. So on a click like this, perfect. And on a click, I would like to change this is form displayed to opposite value of is form displayed. So is form displayed and opposite value of is form displayed. And of course, you can move this functionality to separate function, but it's up to you. Okay, so let's save this. And actually, I will close this file here. All right, and let's see this. Okay, refresh, new activity, and now we are toggling here. Perfect. But what is important here, I would like to get here a value from input. So when I'm writing here some value, I would like to save this value to some variable so I can work with this value and I can save this new goal, this new activity, I'm sorry. Okay, so this is actually very simple. We can go back to our coding editors, and I will create here a new variable. So in a data, I will create a new key here. So let's find a good spot for it. So here is activities. It's a lot of data here, but I will create this new variable under is text displayed. So let's create here new goal like this, and this will be object. And this object will have a key of a title like this, and this will be empty string initially, so just this goes here. Okay, now let's scroll up here and let's find here our input. So here is our input, and I will use here a new directive, and this is a v model. And now I will bind this value from this input to our variable we just created. So I will write here a new goal, and actually we are working with activity, so I should really use new activity here. So new activity, this way I need to rename this variable we created. So new activity here. I am sorry for this. So we model new activity and a title. So now I am binding value from an input to new activity title. Okay, and this is called two-way data binding. Okay, let's save this. Let's go back to our browsers. And now let's see. I will refresh this new activity, and let's write here a new title. So let's write here let's read new book. I will inspect this page. All right, let's make it bigger. Let's see console, and let's write here up and a new goal. So new goal, actually new activity, and a title. And you can see here, let's read new book. So whatever I will type here, I will bind to this variable new activity title here. So one more time, let's see, and now I have here a new value. And this works the both ways. That's why it's called two-way data binding, because when I will change this variable, so let's change it for something else. So new activity title. So I'll write here some random string like this. Let's press enter, and you will see this value change in real time instead of this input here. So that's why two-way data binding. Okay, so one more time, very fast recapitulation. We created this new form. We created one input, and we binded this value from this input to new activity object to a title here. And as I told you, this is two-way data binding, and you can bind the values from your inputs this way. Okay guys, so that should be it for this lecture. Now we have some basic understanding of data binding. And in next lecture we'll continue, and I will show you how you can separate some functionality into separate components. So guys, I hope to see you in the next lecture.